Welcome to Greg and Mortis's Little World of Horror. It is September 14th, Sunday, and it is my Slash from the Stash time, where each and every week I do a mini movie review for you, the viewers. Back for another one, so thanks for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, welcome. To the older subscribers that tune in each and every week, thank you for that. Such an honor. I'm going to do a Blu-ray DVD update, but it's going to be next week. I did pick up a few titles, but the one I'm going to review right now is actually one of them that I did pick up recently. But I will have a Blu-ray DVD update for you next week. But anyways, the title that I'm going to be showing you this week is none other than Scream Factory's 1988. This is Pumpkinhead from the late, great Stan Winston, who directed this one. Let me give you a good picture of the back of it. And once again, the front of it. And there you go. For each of man's evils, a special demon exists. This is the collector's edition that just came out this week. I did pick it up the day it came out, along with another title. But anyways, this is your Pumpkinhead. And like all of Pumpkinheads, I've already switched my cover to the original poster art on the cover, which I love about Scream Factory. When they do these slipcover cases like this, they give you that alternate cover on the Blu-ray itself, so really cool. But anyways, Pumpkinhead, and matter of fact, let me go ahead and open up the disc itself. It is just a Blu-ray. This does not have the Blu-ray DVD combo, but I do like the Blu-ray itself. It's really freaking cool looking. Such an amazing film. I'm such a fan of Pumpkinhead from 1988, starring Lance Henriksen, who plays the character of Ed Harley. And just to give you a mini review of it, this is definitely what I would call a revenge film. Ed Harley runs a little produce store out in the middle of nowhere, and he's got a little son named Billy, who's played by, I was looking his name up, Matthew Hurley. And Matthew Hurley was somewhat of a child actor star, and you'll recognize him right away if you've never seen him. When you watch this movie, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know that boy. He was in Stuart Little. He was also in something about a vampire. I can't remember. It was a Disney movie back in the day, The Little Vampire or something like that. But anyways, Billy is this little boy, and you can tell early on in this movie that Lance's character of Ed Harley, him and the boy, really love each other. There's no mom in the picture. And these kids show up, these teenagers, they pull up in these cars, they have motorcycles, and they end up racing or being on motorcycles on the side of a hill where this little produce store that Ed Harley runs, and accident happens, little boy gets hit, and that's when the movie pretty much starts. You find out that Ed Harley wants revenge, so he's told by another little boy that happens to be there that there's an old lady, an old witch. If you can take your little boy there, she can help you. So thus Ed does take his son to this witch. Her name's Haggis in the movie. Really creepy old lady, man. I loved it. I loved the set, man. When they pull up, it's this old cabin out in the woods, and it's lit so creepy, and she's creepy, and it's just a whole great section of movie magic right there, man. Just amazing. But basically, Haggis tells Ed that he has to go to a cemetery and dig up something, which ends up being a body of something, a creature, and bring it back to her. And he does that, and of course the birth of Pumpkinhead, this gigantic creature, which you've seen if you've watched any of my collection updates, you've seen it. But this is your Pumpkinhead here, so what better way to show it than actually show you the figure. Let me let it focus in there for you so you can get a good view of what he looks like from the face as well. Really creepy looking. There you go. And then he's got like this little horned tail and all this stuff. So really cool, man. I love this figure. And that's basically Pumpkinhead right there to the T. Really long arm, talon looking claws on them. And so basically Ed has summoned Pumpkinhead here to seek revenge to the teenagers that has basically killed his son. And then the movie begins, and it's a really cool movie. I really absolutely do love the atmosphere of this movie. It's a campy, type film, and the creature effect in it is amazing. I'm telling you, Pumpkinhead is just so stellar looking, so creepy, so unique looking. It's like a creature that you've never seen before, so I love that about him. And also the acting in this movie. Of course, Lance Henriksen, you're going to get gold. I mean, Lance is just such a phenomenal actor. But I thought all of them, and this does have Buttflower in it, and God, I love Buttflower, George Buttflower, who's been in, God, just like all of John Carpenter's films, and just his list just goes on forever. And he plays the character of Mr. Wallace in this one, and such a great character in it as well. Just the acting, once again, in this film is so awesome. All the effects, there's a scene where a gun is kind of shish kebabbed in a guy and he's lifted up. I thought that was well done. There's also a scene where a woman's being, basically she's took up a tree and she's, I don't know how far up in the air, but top of like an oak tree, and then dropped and laid over a rock. So some really cool effects in this film. Once again, the atmosphere is really creepy. This is one of these films that I've watched so many times that I start watching it now to see things, little things. I'm talking like anything from, was the boy's glasses on one way and then different. I'm looking for stuff wrong with it now. I've seen it so many times. But I always enjoy it. Such a film that, for me, because there is a scene where he goes to dig, Ed Harley, Lance Henriksen goes to dig up this creature, and there's like, it seemed like there's some pumpkins or something there. So for some reason, even though it's a summertime movie, I always picture this, and I always try to watch it at Halloween. I don't know why, maybe because of the whole Pumpkinhead scenario with it being pumpkin. But this is definitely always a Halloween watch for me. I love it so much. I highly recommend it. The bonus features that you get with this now, Scream Factory, let me say, Scream Factory done an amazing job. The picture quality is awesome. The sound is great in it. The bonus features now, I'm going to lift my glasses up because I'm old. I'm a zombie. I'm Gregor Mortis. I'll have to do that to read. But you get the tribute to Stan Winston featuring actors Lance Henriksen and Brian Bremer. Now, I've not been able to see that yet. I will watch that and let you know about that. But you also got special effects artists Alex Gillis, Tom Woodruff Jr., Shannon Shea, and more. You got new interviews with producer Richard Wyman and actor John D'Aquino. Audio commentary by screenwriters. You got 6 featurettes: Evolution of a Demon, The Cursed and the Damned, The Tortured Soul of Ed Harley, Construction of Vengeance, Razorback Holler, Demonic Toys. Loaded. I mean, this thing is loaded. I did take time before I just did this video to watch a couple of them, and the 2 interviews I did was with Matthew Hurley, who played young Billy. It's him growed up now. That is a really great interview where he's basically looking back to his time in this movie, what it was like working with Stan, with Lance, and with the crew, and his start in acting, and then how he kind of drifted away from acting, and now he's married with 2 children. So that was a really good interview. And then the other one is the character of Joel, who was played by John D'Aquino. And John now runs a school for young actors and a kind of a coach. And you get to see an interview with him, which I thought was really well as to how he got his job in the movie, the role he got, and how all that took place. So highly recommend this movie. If you've never seen it, definitely get your hands on it. If you have seen it and you're kind of hesitant about buying the Blu-ray, go ahead and bite the bullet and do it. I'm telling you, you will highly love it. The Blu-ray transfer is really good, which you always get with Scream Factory. Once again, slipcover case. Man, I love that new commissioned art. It's amazing looking. And And then, of course, the original poster art, which Screen Factory allows you to have that option with. And then the back of the Blu-ray, once again, a good picture of the witch up here in the corner right there. And then, of course, Lance Henriksen. And, man, it's just such an amazing film. So love it. So great. Definitely get your hands on Pumpkinhead. It's so worth it. So for me, getting the thumbs up from Greg and Mortis, the thumbs up approval for purchase. Definitely get your hands on it. Screen Factory. If you're watching, once again, buddy, you guys knocked it out of the park. Thank you. And continue, please continue pumping out these great movies by MGM and other. Hopefully you'll expand and be able to get into other production companies. But as long as you got MGM, that's great, because they got some great horror movies that I'm ready to see. So great job, guys. Get your hands on it. Pumpkinhead. There again. Dun 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 dun. Pumpkinhead's coming to get you. Mwah. So there you go. This is Greg and Mortis. It's Sunday, September 14th. My Slash from the Stash. My little world of horror signing out until next time. Peace.